We've got high hopes for this contest with these two fighters. Should be a really good matchup. I'm Todd Grisham, and here with me, my broadcast colleague, it's Johnny Nelson.
Hi, Todd. Nice to be here with you.
King Kong, John O'Carroll, the Celtic warrior who fights out of Dublin, Ireland. He's always in the mood for a fight. Terrence. This bout. So they stare into each other's eyes. So here we go. Should be a good one. This is a high-octane battle. Well done with that counter shot. He threw a punch and just got countered. Just misses with that jab. There's not a seat to be had in this arena, Johnny. It's got that big fight feel, doesn't it?
Can you imagine walking into this, Todd? Walking into an arena with such noise, people chanting your name. You can't even hear your cornerman whispering in your ear. I've been in situations like that where it can be terrorizing if you haven't got your wits about it.
Way through the round, and I don't know who's got the advantage. Great stuff.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Big whiff with the right hook. Missing with that jab. Punch, counter punch. They miss with the jab. Perfect counter lands. It's bombs away. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Talk about O'Carroll in that last round. And a round that seemed like an eternity for them finally comes to a close.
Needs a knockout without a doubt. Needs to go out there and think, right, you know what, next round.
Here's the bell for round two. Well, they got battered last round. How do they turn their fortunes around?
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Nice counter punch right up the middle. This counter puncher is going to wait for you to move first, and then will strike like a snake. Keep an eye on this guy.
Todd, I understand what you're saying, but you've got to be on this. You've got to be on it. You've got to be a pro. You've got to think right. Concentrate.
When you watch lightweights, you expect high-level footwork and hand speed, and that's what we're getting here this afternoon. These two were made for each other. Back and forth they go in this round. The momentum continues to shift.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
They exchange punches. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Someone's will cave, but which fighter will it be? Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Nice slip to avoid the jab. Catch and shoot. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about O'Carroll in that last round. You know that bell was sweet music to his ears.
You know, I've been in...
Let's get it started in round 3. Not the start that they wanted, but let's see what they can do in this round.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Perfect counter shot. That hook just can't find the target. And he scores with the counter. That counter punch caught him clean. Who's willing to go where the other fighter won't? Big shots from both these fighters. Got to be careful, though.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
That counter shot lands. Those counter punches have to hurt. Nice counter shot. Beautiful counter shot. How about that time counter shot? And he misses with that jab. There's a counter shot. Do you believe this? Every time they throw a shot, they get... This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Talk about O'Carroll in that last round. Well, this is the time that the trainer needs to come in and say something special. Back at it in round 4. So not the best round, but let's see if they can turn it around here.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Knockout or bust for both of these fighters. Did you see that? This is not where John O'Carroll wants to be. A true champion knows how to get out of trouble after they got into trouble, and it appears the onslaught is over, at least for now.
Defense, defense, defense is everything because they got shot once. They know they can get caught again. So for now, just defense, work on defense, blocking and stopping and shooting.
Nice counter shots. Some nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill. Tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you. And so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Good counter punching. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Beautiful counter punch. A swing and a miss with that jab. The end may be near for John O'Carroll. King Kong finally goes down. And he dropped him. The perfect sniper shot. Let's watch it again one more time.
1, 2, 3. 7.
Let's talk about O'Carroll. Here we go in round 5. Who's going to land the first big shot? Got to get the momentum shift coming their way. What can they do here?
What a knockdown. 1 minute. You need 1 hour to get over a shot like that. Now it's down to conditioning. Now it's down to mental strength and preparation. It's how you are going to deal with this.
Which one of these athletes athletes is going to be the first to get rocked. You know, in this division, we're going to see a lot of combinations, a lot of counter-punching.
This could be really intimidating, Todd. If you know somebody's got the punch power, someone's got the speed, it can be intimidating. Just depends on how confident you are as a fighter.
We wanted action, and they are delivering. And he wasn't ready for that counter-punch. Tried to score with that hook, but missed. Down goes Jono Carroll. And as we see it again, there's no way to get up when you get clipped with a shot like that.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You're out.
So time to go celebrate after a knockout win here.
A knockout victory. That is, Todd, did you see the shot? That's not a knockout. That's...
Yeah, that hate the grind and sweat the blood of time, my motivation. I work too hard too long and not be in the conversation. My team been up, way up, ain't nothing less than domination. I got the game and safe with lock and key and combination. Keep it gold and high sight, don't focus on what's hindsight. Sleeping on me, tell them night night, it's my time in a bright light. Don't ever bend, no mind, keep it pushing, don't ever give them a sound. They will love you when you shining, but they wanna talk about you when you down.
Welcome to Kingdom Arena, the home to some of the biggest fights in recent history, and we're going to see another one right here, right now. Next to me is Johnny Nelson.
It's going to be...
And here he is in the flesh, Terrence Bud Crawford, one of the pound-for-pound best in the world, fighting out of Nebraska, USA, one of the greatest of all time. Terrence.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. Fighting out of the red corner from Omaha, Nebraska, here is an acclaimed 3-division champion of the world, Terrence.
And this one has all of those. We're expecting an all-out offensive display. Good jab to the body. Fundamentals always help. Left hook just missed. Which fighter will say no mas? The crowd here cannot wait. They've been buzzing all day long, and finally, we're about to get it on.
You have certain fighters that are born for this, that are made for the big crowd. And looking at corner right there, that is that fighter right there. They have elevated, lifted, it's like they're not touching the ground. This is what they were born for.
How about that time counter shot? Beautiful counter punch. Deciding to let it all hang out here in this round. And he scores with the counter. He blocks that jab. Nice counter punch right up the middle. Swing and a miss with the left hook. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. As bad as boxing judging can be sometimes, there's no doubt who won that round.
Dominance with...
On to the second round. They've got all the momentum on their side after that last round. Let's see what they do here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
When you're fighting a counterpuncher, the feint can be such a good weapon. Pretend you're going to punch, make the counterpuncher throw a punch, and then you counter them.
Todd, I understand what you're saying, but you've got to be on this. You've got to be on it. You've got to be a pro. You've got to think right. Concentrate.
That counter shot lands. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. That jab doesn't find a home. Good fight so far. Both of these fighters have had their moments.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill. Tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you. And so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Well done with that counter shot. No rest for the weary. One punch could change the entire complexion of this fight. Good counter punch. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. It's no secret who has the advantage after that last round. Let's see what they have in store for us in the next one.
I see.
There's the bell to start round 3. After a really strong round, let's see if they can finish the job.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Counter punches have to hurt. Misses with the right uppercut. Oh, that punch. Swinging big and missing big with that hook. Through the round, and man, these two are going at it.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
And just as quickly as it slows down, it heats back up. They exchange punches. Only catching air with that hook. Nope, that hook won't score. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. At this point, you got to believe he can't win on the scorecards. Going to need a knockout.
The bell sometimes...
Back at it in round 4. Well, they got battered last round. How do they turn their fortunes around?
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him. Tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
Now this is about desire. This is about character. This is about want.
Nice punch. Nope, that jab not going to score. Both fighters landing in these exchanges. Judge is going to have a tough job.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Let's watch this again. He set it up perfectly and knocked him down.
Shot from the gods, they say. A shot from the gods. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6. You okay?
Apparently it's going to take more than that to keep this fighter down.
Oh, he can smell blood. Look at that. He's put in round once. He knows what shot works and where to land it. Then try and do it again. He's just not got to get trigger happy.
Every time he throws final 10 seconds here, unless something major happens, I think we all know who won that one. Well, he's got Bambi legs walking back to the corner, but he's still in it. Here we go in round 5. Who's going to land the first big shot? It's been a nightmare so far. What can they do to turn this around?
2 knockdowns in that last round. There'll be sheer panic in that corner. What do? Do they throw the towel in? Do they let him come back out again? Because they know their fighter is like a lamb to the slaughter.
Catch and shoot. We hear that old phrase, second win. You've got to find it somehow.
Now you've got 2 fighters that are absolutely shattered.
Oops.
And there's no doubt about it as we see it again. That body shot did them in.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Come to me.
The referee deems they can continue, but this might be a big mistake.
What resilience to be down and to be back up again, to get yourself back into fight again, to show your fitness and determination. Maximum respect.
Looks like he's leading halfway through this round.
No doubt at all. You can see who's winning. You can see who's got it in hand. You can see who's comfortable. Or it's a bit of a mousetrap.
The straight right just misses. Neither one of these fighters want to see the judges' scorecards. It's like a game of joust. They both got their swords. They're slinging it. It's been all one-way traffic with just 10 seconds to go in the round. Beaten. There's the bell for round 6. Last round was a disaster. What can they do here to turn this around?
I have no idea what they have left. How'd you come back from something like that? Not on twice? Where's your head at? Where's your energy levels at? It tells you you've got nothing left.
He threw a punch and just got countered. Perfect counter shot. In this division, both fighters will constantly be on their toes trying to punch and counterpunch.
Because you've got a good chin doesn't mean you've got leather skin. It means you can still get caught. So you've got to go for those popped areas over the eyebrow, the cheekbone. You've just got to try and cut them, skim them, go for speed.
That counterpunch caught him clean. The bravery being shown here is just incredible. They drop their guard, they get caught. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. He missed with that jab. A perfect counter lands. A straight right just misses. Won't give us a second to catch our breath. There's a counter shot. Beautiful counter shot. Terrence Crawford just got rocked. That was almost a 10-8 round. Complete dominance.
You can't leave it up.
Here comes round 7. Coming off that great round, let's see if they can build on momentum here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Nice counter. Nice counter shot. As we enter the final frames of this bout, Johnny, what have we seen so far?
This is when you get in the ring feeling like you're King Kong because you know you've got a chin that is not going to get dented.
That left hook missed. You can tell who's stronger and who's faster. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Blistering hand speed from both of these outstanding lightweights.
Midway through the fight, if you are tired, this can be the loneliest place in the world. If you cheated, now they're going to find out.
Punch, counter punch. Swing and a miss with that hook. These two were made for each other. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Well, we know they've got the... There's the bell to start round 8. Last round, complete domination. Let's see what we have in store for us here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Nice counter shot. Well, Johnny, has anything surprised you here as we enter the final frames of this bout?
Let me explain to you about a fast fight that's got hand speed and footwork. They're relaxed. They're confident. They know they just have the quick burst, boom. In a split second, they've let 4 shots go. Their footwork has got them out of the way. And these guys are so relaxed. And that's why they can maintain this all the way through a fight.
Good counter punching. Both men step back for just a moment. Just missed with that jab. So far, the offense has been better than the defense. What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
Don't get trigger happy, because all of a sudden you're going to be gassing yourself out trying to get that shot, and that's when they catch you.
Nice counter. And down goes Crawford. He knew his chin would get tested in this fight, and it failed him miserably.
Even I've got to see that again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
It was as close as we thought it was, and this fight is a split.
Now what we gonna do right here is settle the score. Look around you. We got a whole room full of monsters. We gonna